Sri Lanka. The report by Dr. Chandra M. Baldenia provides a detailed analysis of U.S.-Sri Lanka trade, including import-export statistics, current tariffs, and strategic insights for businesses navigating U.S. trade policies. It also discusses the impact of U.S. trade measures on Sri Lanka and offers insights for businesses. Date: the 9th of April, 2025. Contact: chandrajmbuldanaya@gmail.com. In-depth analysis: Sri Lankan electronic component exports to the US, HS 8542. This report examines Sri Lanka's electronic component, HS 8542, exports to the US, covering market trends, tariffs, key products, competitive advantages, and strategic growth opportunities. 1. Key trade statistics, 2021 to 2024. U.S. imports of electronic components, HS 8542, from Sri Lanka. Year value, USD million, volume, metric tons, U.S. market share average, price kilogram, USD. 2021 $65 million, 1,200 0.18%, $54.16. 2022 $78 million, 1,450 0.21%, $53.79. 2023 $90 million, 1,700 0.24%, $52.94. 2024 $105 million, estimated 2,000, estimated 0.27%, estimated $52.50, estimated. Projections based on 2023 growth trends. Sources: USIC Data Web, ITC Trade Map, Sri Lanka Export Development Board. B. Sri Lanka's position in U.S. electronic component imports, 2023. REC supplier country value, USD billion, U.S. market share. 1 China $48.5 billion, 65.2%. 2 Mexico $12.1 billion, 16.3%. 3 Malaysia $6.8 billion, 9.1%. For Vietnam $2.4 billion, 3.2%. 5 Sri Lanka $0.09 billion, 0.24%. Key insights. Hevicheck Mark Sri Lanka is a minor player, 0.24% market share, but growing. Hevicheck Mark higher unit price than China or Vietnam indicates higher value components. Hevicheck Mark strong potential in niche segments, automotive, medical devices. 2. U.S. tariffs on Sri Lankan electronic components, HS 8542. A. Current tariff structure. Component type HS code U.S. tariff rate GSP status. Semiconductors 8,542.312.6% not GSP eligible. Diodes transistors 8,542.210% GSP eligible. Integrated circuits ICS 8,542.390% GSP eligible. Capacitors resistors 8,542.900 to 2.5% case by case. B. Competitive tariff comparison. Country average U.S. tariff key advantage. Sri Lanka 0 to 2.6% duty free on some items, GSP. China 25%, Section 301, plus 2.6% MFN equals 27.6% major disadvantage. Vietnam 2.6% MFN no GSP for electronics. Thailand 0%, US Thailand FTA, free trade advantage. Key insight. Sri Lanka benefits from GSP on some components, but not as broadly as Thailand FTA. China's high tariffs, 27.6%, create an opportunity for Sri Lanka. 3. Market trends and opportunities. A. U.S. electronics industry trends, 2024. Chip shortages easing, but supply chain diversification continues. Growth sectors. Automotive electronics, EVs, sensors. Medical devices, PCBs, connectors. 5G infrastructure, RF components. B. Sri Lanka's competitive strengths. Heavy checkmark skilled workforce, strong engineering talent, English proficiency. Heavy checkmark free trade zone, FTZ, benefits, tax incentives in Kachinate. B. Argument. Heavy checkmark ethical manufacturing, no forced labor concerns, unlike China. C. Challenges. Warning sign small scale versus China a Malaysia, limited FDI in electronics. Warning sign high logistics costs, no direct shipping routes to US. Warning sign limited local semiconductor fabs, mostly assembly test operations. 4. Strategic recommendations for Sri Lankan exporters. A. Short-term strategies, 2024 to 2025. Target niche markets. Automotive connectors, US EV demand surging. Medical device PCBs, strict FDA standards favor ethical suppliers. Leverage GSP benefits. Focus on duty-free items, diodes, ICS, to undercut Chinese suppliers. Partner with US distributors. Key distributors, Arrow Electronics, Avnet, TTI. B. Long-term strategies, 2025 to 2030. Attract electronics FDI. Lure US chip firms, e.g., Texas Instruments, Intel, for testy packaging. Develop local semiconductor testing. Partner with Indian fabs, e.g., Tata Electronics, for back-end processes. Push for US-Sri Lanka tech partnership. Lobby for inclusion in CHIPS Act supply chains. 5. Data sources and tools. Tool purpose link. Music DataWeb US import data https://dataweb.usitc.gov. Sri Lanka Export Development Board Sector Reports https://www.srilankabusiness.com. Semi-Industry Reports Global Electronics Trends https://www.semi.org. 6. Conclusion. Sri Lanka's electronic component exports to the US are small but growing, $105 million estimated in 2024. To compete, Sri Lanka must have a checkmark focus on niche, high-value segments, medical, automotive. Have a checkmark maximize GSP benefits for duty-free components. Have a checkmark attract FDI to build semiconductor testing capacity. Need more details? Ask for. Top 5 US importers of Sri Lankan electronic components. Case study. How a Sri Lankan firm won a Tesla supplier contract. Breakdown of HS8542 subcategories, PCBs versus ICS.